guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead readings, 18th to the 24th of January 2021, guys. Where has the time gone? We're already in the new year. Hope you guys all had a really good Christmas and you have a prosperous new year. Some of you guys have been asking where I've been. Don't worry, if I'm not on YouTube, then usually I'm really busy with the website, okay? So thank you to everyone that wrote to me asking where I am. I'm perfectly fine. And yeah, just took a bit of downtime, bit of time out whilst concentrating on my website and the year aheads that came in and things like that. So yeah, sit back, relax guys, and enjoy your week ahead video. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. We're doing the 18th through to the 24th of January 2021. These are the cards that we're using this week. We are using for your general reading the This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. We are also going to be using the Sacrobito Tarot. This is a new deck that I bought. I mean, it's been out ages, this deck has, but I bought this, I think might have been a few months ago actually, probably around October time. Love this deck. Can't see quite the name on here. I think it might be Stasia Burrington. That's who that's by. And be using this for your career reading for the week. And for your love reading for the week, we're using a beautiful, beautiful deck. I just really love this deck. It's the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcana's first edition. Can't remember who this is by though. Not sure who this is by. Don't remember. But yeah, we're going to use this particular deck for your love reading for the week. And for special spiritual guidance for the week, we're using the Awakened Soul Oracle deck by Ethany. She's also a YouTuber, an amazing tarot reader. Go check out her channel. And yeah, so we're going to use that for your spiritual guidance for the week. So guys, yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy your reading. Hi Capricorn, thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. So, I do apologise, your cards are already down. I had a problem with recording, so we kind of missed the shuffle. Do apologise guys on that. But anyway, this line here, if you've looked at the beginning intro video, you'll have seen that the what decks are being used this week. This is the This Might Hurt deck, and this is looking at just the general message for the week. This is the Sacrobito, this is dealing with the work reading for the week, and this is the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcana, first edition, dealing with your love situation for the week, 18th to the 21st of January 2021. Let's have a quick look then at here. General message about the sun. Sun is all about positivity and happiness and new beginnings and joy and optimism and all that good stuff. I mean, it can also, I find with the sun anyway, it also acts as some form of a lamp, because it shines a light in on things. If you get something like the sun and the moon, the sun is usually able to shine a light in on the darker places of the moon card. So let's have a look at what's next door to this. So we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, how I read that card is, you know, there's so many meanings to these cards. One of the ways to read the Two of Swords is about decisions that need to be made. Somebody might be indecisive with the Two of Swords, or somebody may have to make a really important decision. But also the Two of Swords can reference somebody who's blocking off their emotions. They're going really inside. So this is also a card, if you look at her, she has the swords crossed, you know, they're put across her chest, and she's also got a blindfold on, and the water is very significant on the card because it indicates her emotions, and she's blocking those things out. This card also is about just going inward. And with the Sun card here, what I've found, whenever I've seen this combination come up, for example, for clients, it can often represent somebody who's really going in and focusing in on the self. Sometimes I've seen this show up for somebody who's completely focused on their ego, but also because the Sun is a card of ego, but it's also about focusing in on the self. So this could be a week to really focus in on the self. Perhaps there are questions that you've got to ask of yourself, Capricorn. Let's have a look at what's coming next. Yeah, I think that this is a week, really. For some of you guys, it's about making positive decisions. For some of you guys, it's really a week for focusing in on the self and then taking action. The Queen of Wands, for me, is a card about action. Okay, it's movement. This isn't necessarily movement. This is about making decisions, but it doesn't necessarily lend itself to. You can make a decision, but then you need to, you know, you need the action after that. So I do feel that this is a week for some of you guys really focusing in on the self and then taking action. For some of you guys, it may be a week about making some positive decisions and then taking action. And for some of you guys, if you look here as well, you've got the Sun and the Queen of Wands bookending that Two of Swords. So the Sun and the Queen of Wands, what have they got in common? Where they both can be, well, this is ruled by Leo, this can be ruled by any of the fire signs, but usually I would read this as Leo or Aries. For the purposes of the reading, it's Leo. So we've got two cards here bookending the Two of Swords, which we've got Leo energy. So Leo energy for me is all about leadership and movement and just taking the lead and confidence. So bookending these decisions, here, there's a need to be confident in the action that one takes. If you look at the Sun as confidence and the Queen of Wands as action, she's also confident as well. So there's a need to believe in a way in the decisions that you make and then take action. So if there's a decision that needs to be made this week, Capricorn, there's a need for you guys to be confident in the decisions and the actions that you actually make going forward this week. Also, what I'm noticing, Capricorn, as well, is that with the Sun card, you've got it's number 19, so it could be Tuesday. We're doing this from the 18th to the 24th of January 2021, but this could literally, because it's number 19, it could be the 19th day. So it could be maybe for some of you guys on Tuesday, maybe there's going to be a decision made by this particular person here, Queen of Wands, sorry. So maybe there's a person around you by Tuesday, they'll make a really important decision there as well. And for some of you guys, it could also be that the message for the week is to gain clarity. Maybe there's a person here who's hiding something. The Two of Swords is also a card about a lack of speech. So this is a card of secrecy when we're holding things back, where we're not expressing our thoughts. And it might be as well that this is a week for some of you guys to gain clarity. Perhaps on this Queen of Wands, perhaps this person is hiding something, showing here, because the Two of Swords is not speaking, it's hiding information, and there's the person. So perhaps there's somebody who's hiding something here, and maybe this is the week to just try and gain some clarity and on that for some of you Capricorns. So there's a lot of stuff to chew on at the moment within this reading. Let's have a look at the next one. So we've got the Justice card here, and for me the Justice card, this can be about legalities, but it can also be about making important decisions. Perhaps for some of you guys this week, there's a need to gain clarity on somebody who's been very still. Two of Swords is also stillness. Maybe this person hasn't spoken. Maybe this person is weighing things up at the moment with the Justice card. Let's have a look at the next one. Maybe this person's weighing up what direction they're going to take in a situation. So it might be that if you've been waiting perhaps for somebody to come back to you, Capricorn, with a decision, maybe this person here has been weighing up what direction they're going to take. And if you have been waiting for a long time and you've not got any information with the Two of Swords from this individual, maybe there's a need with that Sun card showing the Cappies just to kind of give this person a nudge and just to have the confidence just to say, hi, have you made a decision on this particular thing yet? For some of you guys, as I mentioned, there's a need to really focus on yourself, on the self this week, the Sun being the self, and Capricorn, especially for you guys who are Cappies, your Sun is your Cappy and not necessarily your rising or your moon. For some of you guys, if your Sun is in Capricorn, perhaps there's a need to really focus on the self and take some action. Perhaps some of you guys are weighing up with the Justice card or focusing on the self, take action and make a decision on what direction you're going to take. So it might be a week definitely for making a decision in terms of what direction you're going to take going forward in a situation here, Cappies. Let's have a quick look at what the career reading is talking about here. Ace of Pentacles, nice. So Ace of Pentacles, often I would read that card as being about a new opportunity, a golden opportunity that is presented to the querent. So there could be a new opportunity coming to some of you guys showing here. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, Ace of Coins and Justice would usually be something like a work contract. So there could be a work contract on the table this week. Some of you guys might be signing a new contract in terms of a job this week. Capricorns in terms of career or in the next couple of weeks or so. This looks to me, you've got a Six of Cups here, so this might be something related to the past, or it could be like a contract that you sign here could be related to something that you've done before with the Six of Cups. So this work contract, whatever this is, this could be something that you've done before or something that you're very familiar with. I think this thing brings a really good income with it, with the Nine of Coins, and I think that this is something that you're very comfortable with as well. Nine of Coins isn't just about good financial standing, it's also about just being really comfortable with something that you're doing. So whilst this might be something that is very comfortable, you're very comfortable. I just feel that there's a but here. Let's have a look. The Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is all about new ideas. Okay, so when you get an Ace of Swords in a work reading, it's about implementing a new idea in terms of your career. For example, it might be the idea is to set up an eBay shop, or to set up an Etsy shop, or to set up something on Amazon. You know, it's an idea of how you're going to make more money going forward. So, you know, the message I think here, I think it's saying something about that there is a contract, a job contract on the table for some of you guys showing here. And that could really be feeding in a way, Capricorn, to what's going on here as well in your general reading, where if we were to read it as that you really need to focus in on the self. In other words, ask yourself questions. What is it that you truly want? Because the Two of Swords being the card of also indecision, when you're undecided about something, you have to question those things that you're undecided about. For example, do I stay in my job or do I go for this new one? That's a question. So really this is about questioning the self with the Two of Swords and the Sun energy showing here, and then taking action. Okay, and I think that there is a need for you to really focus in on the self and then take action. There's a big decision to be made for some of you guys about what direction you're going to take. And I certainly feel for some of you guys, Cappies, that if there is a new job contract on the table this week or in the forthcoming 2 weeks or so, leading on from this reading, but it's something that you're very familiar with and you're very comfortable with it, with the Six of Cups energy. I think it's more that you're very familiar with whatever this thing is, and you're very comfortable with it financially and every other way. I also feel that even though this thing is very comfortable to you and you're like, yeah, I could just go for that because I know the work or I know the industry, it makes me good money, that type of thing. I also think at the same time with the Ace of Swords, you still need to think about implementing new things. Because if you look at the one thing with tarot that we want to do is, well, we really want to be honing in on how a character looks on the cards. Look at her face. Look at it. She looks very much like she's longing. She looks comfortable, but she looks like she's looking across her Ace of Swords like she's really, really longing. And that's what I'm getting from this reading, that she's longing to do something new. She's longing to cut free from... Because the Nine of Coins is a great card, but it is also the Gilded Cage card. And you can really get caught up with that card in kind of just doing things same old, same old, same old. Now, it's like a Knight of Coins doing the routine of life. It's like an Eight of Coins just doing, you know, one thing after, you know, same old, same old, same old, same old thing. And with the Ace of Swords doesn't allow for the same old thing to be done. What it really wants to do is cut away from the comfort of that nine, and that's what I think some of you guys want to do. I think that some of you guys, you do have a chance to sign something in the next 1 to 2 weeks, 1 to 2, maybe 3 weeks. You've got this new contract on the table, and it's very familiar. Whatever this is, you're very familiar with it, with the Six of Cups. And though it brings a lot of financial security, some of you guys are actually longing to do something new. So you have to make a decision whether you're going to stick with whatever this is or whether you're actually going to move towards doing something new in terms of career. Finally, messages for love using the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcana. So you've got the Two of Wands. So again, it's a card of decisions, is the Two of Wands, and having to decide about a path. Sometimes with the Two of Wands, it's do I stay or do I go? Okay, do I stay in this relationship or do I go from it? Or which lover do I pick with the Two of Wands energy showing it? So there's a decision. You've got two paths that you can follow here with the Sun energy. And I think that either path that you follow is going to be a good one with the Sun. I think either path, either choice that you pick is going to be good with this Sun. Because the Sun card is a card of, again, about positivity. You keep getting a lot of these cards repeating as well, is what I'm noticing. You've got Justice repeating here, and you've got the Sun repeating from the Sun card. So here. So I just feel that whatever decision that you take in terms of love, I feel it's going to pay off. I think it's going to be good with the Sun energy showing there. The Devil reversed. Nice. I do feel, though, that there is a sense of that you need to let go of some baggage from the past. That's what I think you need to do. I think you need to let go of some baggage from the past that you've been holding on to. Because Devils reversed are about letting go of baggage. Interesting, because I don't put reversals in my deck, but when they show up, I'll read them. So I think whatever decision you choose, and I don't even think it's two lovers, I think it's just a decision that you need to make concerning a relationship. Whatever decision you choose is going to be a good one. I think it's going to pay off. I think it's going to benefit you regardless. You can't lose in terms of whatever decision you make in terms of love, Capricorns, this week. But I do think there is a need with that devil reverse. And actually, the devil is your major arcana, isn't it, Capricorn? And if you look here as well, if we turn this up right, can you see on that card how this lady, it's funny how it's quite cute they've got the horns here and here, but it's almost like above her head, almost like what she's thinking. She's bound to somebody here. It's almost like there's an obsessiveness showing here. She's obsessed with someone. I'm wondering if some of you guys have been obsessed with a past lover or something, because it almost feels like you need to cut the tie. It feels like a tie needs to be cut, a bond needs to be cut with someone. Do you know, I'm going to reread this, and I'm going to say here that I actually feel, looking at that card reversed, Cappies, that you need to make some form of a positive decision. You keep getting these cards, like you've got the Sun and the Two of Swords here, the Two of Wands, you've got a 2 and a Sun, and then a 2 and a Sun here, which is really interested in your reading. But this week is all about making positive decisions. I really feel that for some of you guys this week. I do feel that you need to make a positive decision, actually, to let go of someone here. That's how I'm going to read that now. It's not about actually whatever decision you make is positive. It's saying there's the need to make a positive decision because the devil is reversed, to let go of someone here, to let go, to cut the ties with someone here, Capricorn. The wheel, so that the wheel can move, so that changes can take place. The funny thing is with this reading is if you look at the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is a card that is very much dependent on the universe. And what happens is that when we block ourselves off from our natural goodness coming in, we can't have it come in. So if the Wheel of Fortune is about the destiny. So perhaps there's a need to make a positive decision here to let go of someone, to unravel yourself from the bondage of an individual here, Capricorn, before the universe can move in your favour, before the universe can actually bring in that soulmate, you know, because you may be blocking yourself from having someone come into your life because you're still holding on to somebody from the past. Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. The Moon is all about illusion, not seeing things clearly. You know what I think here? I think that your destiny is very unclear, if I'm being honest with you, with those cards. I don't think that you've got a clear path with this individual. Whoever it is that you're holding on to, I think here, Cappies, I think that you need to, and I think if some of you guys are holding, if it resonates with you, and I think if you are holding on to someone here, I think if you really are holding on to someone, number one, you are blocking yourself from meeting someone better for you. Number two, I think that some of you guys are holding on to someone in the hopes that you do have a future with them. And I just think that when I look at that line of cards, you don't have a future with this individual, which is why I think your destiny is unclear with this individual. Because I read the Moon card as being the confusion card, the unclear card, and the Wheel of Fortune as being the destiny, the path ahead of you. But I think with the Moon, it's unclear. Because the universe wants you. It says you'll make a positive, you need to this week, Cappies, make a positive decision to let go of an individual, devil reverse, because you're bound to them. You need to let go of this attachment. So you need to make a positive decision to let go of this attachment to another, because your destiny, your path forward with them is unclear, I think, with the Moon, or is slightly deluded with the Moon. So some of you guys may be deluding yourself that you have a path with this individual when you don't. And the best thing that you can do is really let go of this, because this is an unhealthy attachment and it will serve you no purpose in the future. Okay, let's quickly do the reading again before we do the spiritual advice for the week, Cappies. Firstly, time to make some positive decisions, but also there's a time to focus in on the self. You may need to gain clarity on somebody who's keeping things from you. Maybe they're kind of weighing up what movement, what direction they need to take in terms of a relationship with you or a situation, whatever it might be. But I think in the main, there's a need to focus in on the self and then take action. There's a need to make a very positive decision about the direction that you're going to take. It could be literally, I think, feeding into the career reading, where I do see a contract coming in for some of you guys, a working contract here, something that you're very familiar with, something that you know very well, and it's something that pays very well, but some of you guys are longing to do something else, so there's a need to really make a decision about what direction you're going to take. And in love, I feel you really need to now make a really positive decision here to let go of the attachment you have to another individual, because I think that you're deluded about the future and what could be occurring in it. I don't think anything's going to occur with whatever this situation is with that person. It's time to move on. Let's have a quick look at what the spiritual advice is for you guys. I might need to get the booklet out on this because it doesn't say anything on the cards, it just has a keyword. What is the spiritual advice you have for Capricorn, 18th to the 24th of January? What is the spiritual advice, please, in one card? It's talking about boundaries. That's your spiritual advice for the week. I'm just going to get the booklet out. I love this lady's work. Ethne, she is freaking incredible. Check her out, she's on YouTube. She does the most. I've just got another one of her decks, the romance, but I can't read with that deck yet. It's called the Modern Romance deck because I'm going to be doing a review on that, and when I've done the review then I can read from it on the channel. So let's have a look at the boundaries and what the message is. Here we go. So our awakened soul is casting a magic circle which acts as an energetic boundary to contain her magic until she is ready to release it. It takes training and energetic awareness to be able to cast a successful circle. She has to be aligned in her mind, body and soul. It also ensures that outside energies don't interfere with her focus and work. So it's time to look at both the energetic and physical boundaries that you have in place. Take a look at your relationships, environment, work, spiritual community, and any other area where you have an energy exchange or relationship. Do you feel comfortable in these spaces and relationships? Every day you make a choice of how people treat you through what you will accept or reject as being appropriate. This is a call to take responsibility and know that you can change things for the better starting right now. Saying no can be an act of self-love and is often extremely brave. Don't be afraid to put yourself first before you do things for other people or expand your energy outward. You may feel as though your boundaries are being tested at the moment. This is completely normal, especially if you have recently changed the dynamic of relationships through your own self-care. Know that it will get smoother and easier the more you are in power. Assert your right to kindly say no. Fantastic. And maybe that's what's going on here in the love reading as well. All right, my darlings, that is your reading for the week. Happy birthday, Capricorn. Sorry, I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the reading. It's really good to be back. I will see you guys next week. If you would like to order a reading with me, click on the link in the comment section below. If you like tarot reviews, make sure you're checking out my review on the can't even remember what it's called now, the Bright Future Tarot, sorry. Bright Future Tarot by Saskia Lee Psychic, okay? I'll leave a link to that below as well if you want to check out the review on that particular deck. But in the meantime, have a great rest of month and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.